Welcome to Retro Roundup. This is the September edition. Retro Roundup is the show where me and Cheezy
Hello.
spend £20 on retro games and talk about the haul. First thing to mention this month, I believe, is Cheesy's new hat.
My new hat, indeed. My hat is pretty awesome. Some may understand where it's from. I know Adam didn't until I explained it to him.
Correct.
It's the hat of the character from Pokemon. I think it's Emerald, but it's inspired by Ruby, because it's my favorite game. So I wanted that hat. It's the essential reason for it.
There we go. So, now that's out of the way.
That's out of the way. I guess the second thing to mention is the delay on this episode, which is 100% my fault.
Cheesy's fault.
I was just about to say that. Thanks for the extra word of encouragement. Recently moved house, so as such, the internet was cut off and it kept getting delayed, and so now it's October, but it's the September episode. But don't read too hard into that.
Yeah, because we're really strict on everything we do.
Pretty much.
But you will probably get 2 episodes in October, so we'll get a very late September and we'll get the October Scarefest edition coming later this month. I imagine most of the scariness of that episode will just be how bad the production is on it. Like
I was going to say, how cringy we are in the video.
Yeah. It's strange, this is the third Retro Roundup. We're not actually improving.
No, we are. We really aren't. It's terrible.
So, there we go.
The games are improving, I think. I think that's one thing we can take away from this.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with that, I might start with my first game.
Oh, go for it.
Because just to prove you wrong. So, my first game is for the PlayStation 1, and it is... Oh, it's a good one. It's...
What's the kicker?
World's Scariest Police Chasers.
I don't know if we can continue this show anymore, boys and girls. Adam's just had a heart attack of gaming.
Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it.
Soiled it.
This game is absolutely shocking. It's terrible. Basically, it's based on the TV series World's Scariest Police Chasers, and you're a police car and you chase down other cars and try and like pull them over and arrest them and that sort of stuff. It's really, really shocking. I can remember just having it on the PlayStation 1, and it was just a good, a nice change of pace, shall we say.
I thought you were going to say a nice placeholder on the bookshelf.
Yeah, I mean, it doubles up quite nicely as a coaster as well, so, you know. But it's nice case, nice box, got the manual. It's one of the very few PlayStation games that's managed to survive without getting smashed up. So there's no cracks in the case and stuff. So
because no one bought it.
Yeah, I think this is like factory new.
No one bought it. It's just overflow of stock of it.
Yeah, no, it was just, to me it means something. It was one of my original PlayStation 1 games, so...
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Something to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I thought I'd go with that one.
Right, then continue. Shall I continue with the terrible game attitude?
Go for it.
One thing you're going to realise pretty quick, anybody watching, is that a lot of my games this month are free, and that's because with the move, I've had people trying to get rid of stuff, so they've given them to me, which is rather good for me, but maybe not so good for the whole £20 a month deal. So my first one here, inspired by the terribleness that was Adam's first game, I have London Underground Simulator for PC. I have no interest in this game.
I have no words. Just no words. Just
It's literally a placeholder on the shelf. It is not inspired by anything. I do not enjoy the subway. It's just, one of those. So that was my first game.
Well, moving swiftly on. I'm going to try and claw this back now. Oh, my word.
Oh.
I'm going to try and claw this back.
That's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, well, you say that. My Second game is for the PlayStation 1 again.
Oh.
And it is off the back of you winning last month. It's none other than the original Tomb Raider.
Nice. That's actually a pretty good pick.
Yeah, and it only cost me £3 as well, so that was
even better.
Yeah, it was a bit of a steal actually, that one. So yeah,
so you could resell that for quite a good amount.
Box is good, game's good, everything's good. So
right,
Tomb Raider.
What am I going to go next for? Okay, second one. Again, another free one, just because I want to kind of get these free ones out of the way, unless they mean something to me, if that makes sense. I have got Dance UK for the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, I don't have the mat that you put down and connect as a controller, because it's like Dance Dance Revolution, but for your house. I don't have the mat, but yeah, I've got a dancing game that I'm never going to play. I don't even recognise like any of the songs on the back.
What's that one for? Sorry, is that a PS2?
PS2, yeah. That's most of my. All of my games now are after Underground Simulator are Dance UK. I don't recognise any of the songs. Oh, Sugar Babes, Round and Round. There we go. There's one song I recognise. But yeah, so it was one of those games you played on the mat, but I don't have the mat, so it's pretty useless.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm going to drag this show down into.
Yeah, we'll leave it pretty useless and just move swiftly on.
I'm actually trying to bring this show down now.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to prop it back up again.
Oh, yeah, but then
I'm still on PlayStation 1.
Nice.
And it is SmackDown 2 Know Your Role.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
The early wrestling games, I think, were the best. They were the kind of the arcadey style fighter, which I think worked really, really well for the wrestling games. And these ones, I think you could make your own character and like play out a career.
Yeah.
Whereas the newer ones just kind of a bit more simulator based.
I get that, especially with UFC and that. Those games are very simulator-y because you have to like hit the right spots on the body to do damage. And
yeah, I think from what I can tell, the wrestling games became that, and these, I don't know, the classic ones just had a more arcadey feel. So I can't.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, there's the new one that's just come out, WWE something. And at my local train station, I've got a billboard up. So as soon as you come in, it says, "Welcome to Suplex City." It's literally like the worst town to put that in, but fair enough. Yeah. All right, then, Josh. What am I on? 3. Okay. Where am I going next? All right, let's go into the games I've actually paid for. I'm going to bundle 2 in together as a collection, I guess.
This is the ones you've paid for?
Yes, this is ones I've paid for.
Go for it.
So, I've got iToy Play and iToy Groove.
You paid for them?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you'll understand why later, trust me. Actually, no, I can say now, they're both 5p each.
Wow.
So,
oh, right, I see what's happening.
Admittedly, I own 2 iToys for the PlayStation 2, so I can actually play them. I don't know, when the iToy first came out, I thought it was a cool idea. Like, I played one of the Harry Potter games had an iToy feature.
Yeah.
Where they, like, smacked goblins or something. And, I mean, that was really fun, because I was a little kid, and it was big high-tech when I was a kid. I think they did an iToy for the PlayStation 3 as well, if I'm not incorrect.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
And I know, and obviously you got PlayStation Camera on PS4.
Well, the PlayStation Camera came out for the PlayStation 3 because Move was on the PlayStation 3, so it might have been it might have been an early way of getting the camera ready for the PlayStation Move. I can't really remember. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not something I care to admit to.
Fair enough. But yeah, I have two iToy cameras because I got given one like months ago from my cousins because they were trying to sell everything.
Oh, cool.
And then I had one from when I was a kid, so I've got a few of them. They're pretty cheap. And
I've
I
got the
think
PS3 one. I've not got a PS4 camera. I don't think I've got a PS2 camera.
yeah, I think the PS2 ones, because they plug into USB, you can actually plug them into your computer and use them as a webcam.
I think you
It's
can for
pretty.
the PlayStation 3 one as well.
I'm not surprised. That's one quite good thing with PlayStation is they quite try to keep their stuff quite open source. Well, not open source, but you know what I mean. They can be
Standard
used
connectors.
in multiple places. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right then, but that's all I've got to say because I haven't actually played. I think I played Play once, but they're all just silly mini games essentially.
Yeah.
Dancing, but yeah. So there's two of them.
Cool. So my next one is the most. Ooh, it's tied most expensive game I've got. It was £5. This one is for the Dreamcast,
Okay.
and this is WWF Attitude. So this was
really?
back when it was WWF, and I actually played this on PlayStation 1. So I have no connection to the Dreamcast game, but I saw it on Dreamcast, and I like the game and I like the Dreamcast as a console. This is really weird. This is actually pre arcadey. It was,
All right.
so it's one of the very, very early wrestling games, kind of like the ones that came out on the N64 and stuff. Massively complicated, like 4-button combinations just to punch someone and things like that. Just mad. From what I can remember, quite difficult to play. And I always remember doing it on the PlayStation, playing it on the PlayStation 1, and playing tag teams. And if you did like, if two of you did like a suplex move, like a double move on someone, you had to simultaneously press the buttons.
Oh,
so both
yeah.
at the same time, you both have to press like left, up, down, circle, X, square.
One of the that makes me remember the arcade version of it, the Simpsons arcade machine, because you play 2-player on that, or like I think maybe even more than 2-player, and you could do a combo move, but it was really precise. Like it had to be at the exact second. So
yeah, that's very similar to this. So quite difficult, but like I say, not the console I used to play it on, but I like the game. The Dreamcast is one of my favourite consoles. A little bit expensive, but yeah. So
yeah, why not?
WWF Attitude for the Dreamcast.
Okay, what am I going to go for next? Another paid one. Now this one I'm not proud, and I'm not proud. I'm not happy to admit it, but it was one of those games I've gold for, especially for the show, that I thought would be a hilarious addition to the collection and just a joke game to own. A good conversation piece, let's say. I've bought Playboy the Mansion for PlayStation 2.
Now, I've played that.
Yes.
I've played that on PC.
Oh.
But I kind of liked games like that. So there was, what was there was Playboy Mansion, there was Theme Hospital, Theme Park, there was one called The Movies. And it's just another one of them simulator type games.
Yeah, it's very Simsy.
Yeah, just build somewhere and just build
all
a
I
house,
can say.
Build a set.
Yeah. All I can say about it.
I think you're going to be disappointed.
No, I'm going to say this. One thing I'm going to say about it, it's scary. Like, genuinely, I switched on the game and all of the characters frightened me. They look so weird. They're all top and bottom heavy and they've got no middle. And like, I send a picture to Frankie, who's one of our guild members or clan members, and he literally deleted the message as soon as I sent it because he was that frightened of what he saw. So I kind of wish I'd saved it for October because it's probably the first game that's ever truly frightened me to the core. The gameplay is just, I don't even know. I don't understand it. It's a bit too complex for the era of game it's from. But yeah, it was just one of those ones I wanted in the collection. There's not many games I want in the collection, so that was one of them.
I can't remember how much I actually played of it. I don't think I played that much of it because there's just...
Oh, it scared the heebie-jeebies out of me.
Yeah, I can... from what I can remember, I can just remember it being really, really bad. I think.
Yeah, it is frighteningly bad, like I said.
But yeah, cool.
Right. So that was my fourth game, technically fifth game. So, what's yours?
No, this one's interesting. So this one is a PC game.
Yeah.
And I saw this in a charity shop, and it's actually the collector's edition.
Excellent. That's a good way to start.
And it's very weird. I've never actually played this game, but always wanted it. I've never owned it. I've always wanted it.
I know that feeling.
So the game is Runaway, The Dream of the Turtle. Now, I believe this is the second Runaway game. I think it's like number 2. And I don't even like the genre of game.
What genre of game is it?
It's a point-and-click game. So like a Monkey Island type thing.
Yeah.
Broken Sword. Which is really, really surprising, actually, because I thought one console that would have brought the point-and-click genre back is the sort of the DS, the Wii, the Wii U. I'd have thought we'd have got all the Broken Sword and Monkey Island type games back, but I think they were very 80s-y, early 90s, probably early 90s games, probably. I just like the trailer for this game, and it just made me want it, but I knew I wouldn't sort of like it. In fact, actually, Runaway Road to Adventure, I think, is the first game, which is actually included in this special edition. But it's really nice. It's in a cardboard sleeve. It's like a cardboard fold-out type thing, and it's got like little pamphlets in it, like little leaflets of like tourism leaflets, because of obviously the whole Runaway to the Jungle type holiday. But so cool. I'll give it a go at some point.
At some point, after you've played all of the other thousands of games we're going to have collected at that point.
It's kind of one of them ones that I've always wanted, though, so I might put it on the to-do list. The only downside that I've just noticed is there's a game sticker on it, which is damaging the case, so that's going to have to stay on. That's annoying.
No, that's a shame.
Why would you put a sticker on a cardboard case? Honestly, game.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I've had a few of those.
But yeah, so that's mine. So for the PC, Runaway, The Dream of the Turtle.
Oh, that's good then. Alright then, what am I going to go for next? I've got one more paid game, and the rest are free, but I'm going to save that one for a bit later. So I'm going to go for another one. This one I really like, to be honest. It is Return to Castle Wolfenstein Operation Resurrection.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now the new Wolfenstein came out recently, and I loved that. That was amazing. So it sparked my interest in the older ones quite a lot. So yeah, I've sat down and played this actually a little bit already, and it was tons of fun because it's one of those old school shooters where it was fun, unlike the new ones. Yeah, not much to say about it. It's Wolfenstein, isn't it? You kind of get the gist from just that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know how strong it stands up to the originals and the other Return to Castle.
Well, yeah, I was going to say with Wolfenstein, the original Wolfenstein was kind of like the Doom, Quake, sort of Duke Nukem era.
Yeah.
So it had that kind of charm with it. The newer 3D versions, I don't really know.
Yeah, it was quite fun when I started playing it, so I'll keep going with it.
Cool. Yeah.
It becomes boring. So yeah, that's my next one.
All good. So my next one wouldn't be a retro roundup without some kind of Tony Hawk's game.
God damn it.
So mine is for the PlayStation 2, Tony Hawk's Underground.
Right.
Which, in my opinion, is when they started going downhill a little bit. But I think this one's still quite arcadey, so it was 99p, so, you know.
Why not?
Why not? Plus, I'd not got it, so, you know, it's one that I have owned
that's always
before, but
that's
don't
cool.
Currently own, so, yeah.
Where am I going to go next? Well, I guess in the light of at least this month, Well, yeah, this month, not the month of this episode, obviously. Call of Duty Finest Hour for the PlayStation 2. The original.
Is Finest Hour the first Call of Duty that they called Finest Hour on the console release, but it's actually just Call of Duty 1 on the PC?
I think so, because I've only seen like one other one without a number. So
there's a big red one, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, Big Red was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm pretty sure, because Call of Duty 2 got released on Xbox One as like a backwards compatibility recently, and that's called Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
So that's definitely not this one. I don't know, but it's Finest Hour. Obviously, this month, any PlayStation player at least was able to access COD 4 Remastered, the campaign, early. It's a good chance for a story. With just after I'd moved house, it was my birthday, my 18th. So that was pretty cool. And me and Adam, the one sat on this podcast with me, went to Eurogamer. And we actually got the chance to try out Infinite Warfare and COD 4 Remastered, didn't we?
That we did.
And it was an experience, I'll put it that way. The politest way I can put it. Yeah, I don't know what you thought about it, if you want to say much.
Yeah, it just made me want to play it on PC.
He's one of them.
Yeah, my experience of Call of Duty 4 was just PC, and it was, to me, the sensitivity was just too stiff, and
That's fair.
I don't know. The game seemed all right. I mean, COD 4 is COD 4, so
it has to be. It's automatically amazing.
It's HD remastered, so it's COD 4 in HD. So shock if that's what you was expecting and that's what you got.
Yeah. No, yeah. I've got this in Finest Hour. I think I've played it once before, but I haven't played it since getting it. I'll tell you that much. Right then, on to you.
Well, we'll keep with the war theme.
Oh, please do.
So my next game is for the PlayStation 2, and it is Medal of Honor Frontline, which is one of my favourite all-time first-person shooters.
Excellent.
It follows Patterson in World War II, starts with the D-Day landing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's an amazing game.
It's an amazing game, yeah? Well,
I love it.
I'm going to play, due to light of that event, my flush, my multiple game combo move.
Go for it.
Score multiplier. It's not really a score multiplier, I'm just trying to think of gaming terms. So, I started off on my hunt for games before I'd got the free ones, for a certain game that I think I appeared in last episode, by the title of Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And as we know, I told the story about that, of my granddad owning it, and me playing it a lot, but then losing my save all the time. So I bought that, and I've been playing it fairly well. Then I got the free games. I got a second copy of Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
So you're playing 2 copies of Medal of Honor Rising Sun?
I can play 2 copies if I wish, because I've got 2 PlayStations, 2 copies. I'm not playing it. And I also received, with one of the copies of Rising Sun, Medal of Honor Vanguard for PS2.
Right.
I don't know where this
I'm unfamiliar with that
comes in the series. I did look it all up and work out the order, but I don't remember it anymore. But not only that, I also got Medal of Honor Frontline.
Nice.
So my royal flush, as it were, my combo move, was 3 technically, of the PS2 Medal of Honor games. I'm pretty happy with that steal, I believe. They're all amazing games, just because Medal of Honor was in its heyday. Obviously now it's shut down, which is kind of sad. But admittedly, those last few games were pretty. I don't know if you played any of the last few games. What was the last one? War something?
I don't think I played that one. I think I played the one before.
I played
the one with
the last
guy
one.
with the big beard.
I know the one you mean. Yes, no.
That was the one that was just self-titled. That was the one that was in 2010 was just called.
Yeah. There was
Medal
one
of Honor.
after it. It's
Yeah,
called
no,
Medal of Honor.
I didn't play that one. I played the 2010 one. That was all right. The thing was, they were going for the big multiplayer thing, and at that time, yeah, it was sort of EA and DICE, I think, were the other publishers, and it was just all got a bit messy, and they were trying to compete with Treyarch and Activision, which were already well established on the multiplayer front.
Yeah,
it was an uphill battle right from the start with them. So I don't.
Yeah, you want to be the new thing, really. Like, if Medal of Honor had released a completely story-driven game, I feel like it would still be going now, to be honest.
Yeah.
It'd have had to have been a good story, but I think because it would have been the niche at that time, it would have kept them afloat, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. I had the PlayStation 2 Medal of Honor fucking mother load. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Cool. Maybe I should have played these as a double, actually. In fact, I might actually put these down as a double. So my next one is Medal of Honor European Assault on PlayStation 2.
That's one I don't have. So I'll write that one down real quick.
So European Assault was just before Vanguard.
Have you looked it up? Have you? Good.
Yeah, so...
what's the order? And what are we missing?
So it's Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Underground.
Yeah.
They're the two for the PlayStation. I've actually got those two. Then you've got Allied Assault.
Which console?
Allied Assault is PC.
Right.
So scrap that one. Frontline.
Right, got that one.
Then you've got the two expansions for Allied Assault, which is Spearhead and Breakthrough, which are obviously for the PC.
Yeah.
You've got Rising Sun.
Oh, best game.
Then you've got Infiltrator, which is Game Boy Advanced.
Right.
Then you've got Pacific Assault, which is PC. You've then got European Assault, which is what I have here, which is PlayStation and Xbox and GameCube, actually.
Oh, nice.
Then you've got Heroes, which is PSP. Then you've got Vanguard, which is PS2 and Wii.
Nice.
Then you've got Airborne, is the last. That's for PS3. Airborne's not bad, actually. That's all about the paratroopers. I think I played that on... Did I play that, or did I play... I played one on Wii. Maybe that was Heroes I played on Wii.
Fair enough. Well, there we go then. We've almost got a full set between us. Right. What's your next... so your game was European Assault, yeah?
Yep.
So my next one, continuing with the war theme, the original Sniper Elite for PS2. The new one is like one of the best games ever. What is it, number 3? Because I love shooting people's nuts off.
Isn't that the one where you have to calculate sort of bullet curve and...
Yeah, wind things. But the new one's so much fun because it like X-rays as the bullet impacts.
Ah, right, okay.
So you can shoot them in between the legs and it just goes.
And can you see like bones breaking and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was on one of the early ones as well, because the one I've played, I think I played it on PC.
Oh, that's fair. I might have to pick up number 3 because I don't think I actually own it at the moment. But yeah, number 1, I bought that one. I don't know if that has the bullet time effect in it. Unfortunately, I have not sat down to play it yet. But yeah, Sniper Elite, another war game. I don't know which war it's set in. I think it's World War II. Draws to a close. The first covert battles of the Cold War begin. Oh, so it's just in the Cold War.
Just in the Cold War.
Yeah, caught in the life and death struggle between Soviets and Germans in a war-torn Berlin.
There you go.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So Sniper Elite.
My next one's not as subtle as Snipering.
Okay.
To be honest, actually, this is in really, really good condition for what it is. Oh no, I can. Now this is an absolute steal. So this was £2.
Right.
It is Grand Theft Auto Vice City for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
£2, and it is literally mint.
Oh, nice.
It is in perfect condition. It's got the poster of the map, absolutely everything. The disc is the disc, the case. It looks brand new.
Yeah.
And for £2 as well. So that I think is an absolute steal. But I really like this. I really like the 80s radio stations and.
Yes.
I don't know. Vice City was one of the ones I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, that's my. I don't really much to say about that. Is it Grumpy's Daughter? Everyone knows.
Everyone knows going on. Right. So, gangsters is what we've just gone to. So from war to gangsters. I'll continue again. I've got The Getaway. The game.
I looked at that. I've never played it.
Me either. It's by Team Soho. Not that I know what that is. It's got a big parental advisory sticker on the front. I think it's a movie, isn't it? If I'm not stupid.
I don't know.
I think it's based on a movie.
What came first, the game or the... Oh, it's based on a movie.
I think it might be based on a movie. Whether or not that's true is a different story entirely. The Getaway. Album by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Movie. No, not movie. Game. Let's have a look. First in the series.
It always reminds me of Driver.
Yeah, well, it's based in Britain, which is cool. It's banned in Australia, so don't tell Apex.
It's banned in Australia.
It is. It's banned. Originally released uncut with an MA15+. It was later resubmitted and banned due to a scene of detailed torture. Oh, now I want to play this game a ton. Censor version admitting this scene was later released with a 15+ rating. But yeah, it looks like what I want to play, to be honest. It's like a GTA open world.
No, it's not based on a film. Yeah, it's someone just wrote here. It's said to just inspired by British gang films like Snatch and stuff like that. So
yeah, it looks like a good game. So yeah, that's my next one. Continuing the gang culture.
Yeah, I'm just going to completely change it now. So my next one's for PlayStation 2. It is King of Route 66. It's a Sega arcade truck driving.
Okay.
Just arcade truck game, truck racing.
Yeah. I guessed it was a racing game, but I wasn't really sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you got any story behind that, or is it just another story?
No,
storyless one.
Just looks cool. The actual cover looks some dude in an afro and some guy in a cowboy hat and some big rig truck racing. What actually attracted me to it was I really enjoy I think it's called 18-wheeler truckers.
Right.
There's also a game called Big Mother Truckers as well. So I kind of like I don't know, I like the truck racing game, especially the kind of like the arcadey type, got the trailer on the back.
Yeah.
But still just burnout type arcade game. It just looked cool, so I thought I'd give it a go. See if it's
good enough
see if it's
reason
any
as any. Good enough reason as any. All right then. Next game. Another. I don't know what this is, but I think it might be Gangs. I know it's very popular. Let's have a look. No, it's Army again. I should have played this one a bit earlier. We have Black.
I've played that. I played it when it very first came out.
I was gonna say, because I know it's very popular, and I mean I've yet to start it, but I know I've seen a lot of it.
No, it's really good. It always reminds me of your Killzone and that type of
yeah,
game.
It does look it from the back, like very Killzone, like very detailed guns, and I don't know. It's one of those games I've always meant to play, but never just got it and played it. So it's quite good to get it for free and be able to give it a go, I guess.
Now, my next one brings back some memories.
Oh.
It's not particularly a great game, but means quite a lot to me. So it's for the PlayStation 2. It is Smash Court Tennis.
Okay, continue.
I actually quite like tennis games. I like tennis.
That's fair enough.
The reason that it means something to me is it was my very first PlayStation 2 game.
Oh, nice.
And I got it with my... It was bundled with my PlayStation 2. So... Yeah, not particularly a great game. Not one of the best tennis games out there. But... yeah, to me, it kind of...
No, that's fair. Like, everyone has their thing. Like, I know a lot of my friends are into... have, like, lots of fun memories of Virtua Tennis on the PSP.
Yeah, now Virtua Tennis is... I've played that on the PC. That is a really good game. That's a really good tennis game.
Yeah, but I'm not much of a sports game player, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, admittedly, this is a bit embarrassing to say, but I've been a bit intrigued by the new FIFA game because of the story mode in it.
I
don't know if you've seen... There's like a career mode, but you actually play as like a written character with a written story.
Oh, right.
And as much as I'm terrible at those games, it actually seems like quite an interesting... Because it's on the Frostbite, so all the characters look really good up close. And I don't know, it's just something that's intrigued me at the moment.
That's interesting that they've done that because it was... Yeah.
It's such a multiplayer-centric game. It's really...
Yeah,
nice
any sports game, once you've hit a graphical peak with them, you struggle for somewhere to go.
Yeah, but it's I think the character in it might even be an actual player, but I'm probably wrong there.
Cool.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm not much of a sports gamer. In fact, do I have any sports games? Let's have a look. Let's just have a quick peek. Guitar Hero doesn't count as a sport. That's a musical.
If you think playing the guitar is a sport...
Herding animals?
No, hurdy-gurdy does not count.
Hurdy-gurdy should count. Yeah, then I don't think I actually own any sports games. I'll be deadly honest with you.
At a push, you could count a fighting game.
Yeah, I guess Street Fight's a real thing in the real world. I think I might have some in the Rare collection for Xbox One, but I don't really count that. Monkey Ball, does that count?
No.
Super Monkey? No. I can't see my Wii game. Oh, I guess I got Wii Sports somewhere in a box. But I think everyone does.
We'll just chalk that up to a no then.
Yeah. Right then, my last game. Alright, I've only got one more. God, I wish I could have saved this. I might pull a fast one with this game a bit later. Amazing game. I'm going to just let that out there now. It's probably one of the most popular games. Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 2. I don't know if you played it, but it's one of the best, if not the best.
I don't like horror games, so I don't really...
Well, now I know what we've got to play. All of the horror games.
Although... Let me just have a look, because I think I bought something just recently, and I've got a funny feeling that it's Resident Evil 4.
Oh, really?
It is. Well, I can see it.
Excellent.
But...
Is it like a collector's edition or something? Go on, it doesn't count.
You could say that. I will tell you the game was in the Steelbook.
Right. It doesn't particularly excite me with PS2 games because usually they're all mucked up. That's why I haven't bought many recently.
Oh, really? Are you ready to cry?
Have you never played?
Are you ready to... It's going to make you that angry, you'll snap the disc.
I doubt it, because I actually really want to play it.
Want to bet? How much are you willing to bet that this won't make you cry?
Well, to be honest, here's the thing. If it's not on GameCube, I don't care. Because we all know GameCube's the superiorest console in existence.
Number one, wrong.
Number one, right.
And number two, I do want it on GameCube as well, but
We all know GameCube's the superior console just because of how fucking rare everything. Oh god, here it is. I want to click it. Oh God, what the hell? It's such a spazzatron.
That's amazing.
It's pretty awesome. It is. I genuinely think that's an amazing collector's piece. So it's a controller, I assume,
It's
based on
sweet.
looking.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective that's going to be at actually playing the game though, because the game's proper difficult. I appreciate that. I genuinely do think that's very cool, but it's not going to make me want to snap the disc.
It should do, because your version sucks.
You don't
Ding
even
ding
like
ding
horror
ding ding ding
games, so
ding
I
ding
feel
ding
like
ding
that
ding
I
ding
wouldn't be
ding.
able to justify spending
Ring
that
ding
much.
ding 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 ding.
That's an amazing. I
Yeah,
actually am slightly jealous, but I don't see that being an effective controller with the game, especially considering how bloody difficult the game is.
I'd say that if I was jealous as well.
Go play the game, then come back to me. It's one of the Resident Evil games where you couldn't walk when you were shooting. It was just like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna die now then. I genuinely do appreciate that. It is very awesome.
It is really
And
cool. You need
I'm,
next time you're over, you'll have to see it because it's just
oh
absolutely
yeah,
fantastic.
I'll have to give it a go on whatever. If we play a multiplayer game, we'll have to use one of the
Just use that as a controller, just any
Yeah.
controller.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know how good it's going to be for actually playing the game. Maybe it's amazing, but I don't think it will be.
Very doubtful because it's just a controller. Playing a Res Evil game, they are
Difficult by design.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. That's really good. That's a really cool, lucky grab. I mean, I've had some great grabs this week, but that would have been a good one.
Next one is for the PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2
is called City Crisis. It's a helicopter rescue game. It is one of the. I used to have it on PlayStation 2, so that's why I want it back in the collection. So I bought it again. It was only £2, and the main thing with this was it was just. What reminded me of it actually was that Thunderbirds game I bought, and I'm absolutely shocked that it's not on the same engine. Yeah, I didn't go.
Okay.
It was just another in a retro game store. Saw it, bought it.
Awesome. So what's your last one then? What is it?
Well, I've got 2 more. Well, technically I've got 4 more, but you know.
You'll bundle
them. Yeah, so I'm going to first bundle. I'm going to call this a triple threat bundle.
Yeah.
All for the PlayStation 2. SmackDown, Just Bring It, Platinum Edition.
Right.
Again, very arcadey WWE game. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Of course.
But these were these were leading on from the SmackDown 1 and 2 games on the PlayStation 1. These were like the real. If you ever follow wrestling, around the mid 90s was an era called the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And that was when the best story writers, in my opinion, and in many other people's opinions, the story writer for wrestling. By the way, if you didn't know, wrestling's fake.
It'd be pretty stupid, to be honest. Looking at it, if it was real, it'd be really stupid.
You say that, but the Attitude Era was where they really, really embraced it. So you had DX, and they had a bus, and Stone Cold Steve Austin dropped a big block of concrete on it, and Stephanie McMahon was supposed to get married to a wrestler called Test, and Triple H, in a bit of a weird way, drugged her on a hen do, ran off with her and married her in Vegas when she was unconscious. I'm sure it was all above board at the time.
And so that nowadays.
Yeah,
believed it.
So kind of Triple H did that, and when he married her, obviously he actually married her in real life anyway.
Oh wow!
And that kind of makes the storyline okay. But it was that kind of like far-fetched storyline, and it was a really, really good time for wrestling, and the SmackDown games sort of followed that style, and it was really, really cool. And then, like I said, when you were just saying if you watch it, it's pretty obvious. After that, it kind of, I don't really know if it lost popularity, but what they tried to do was they tried to make it into a real sport. So they didn't really acknowledge that it was fake. It was
Yeah.
they tried to make it into a sport, whereas now it's gone back to sports entertainment. It's now classed as sports entertainment, so it's embellished sport. You know, and they've kind of gone back. So the people that are writing the actual show now are a few of the old Attitude Era writers. I think a couple of them actually came back. And Freddie Prinze Jr. is one of the writers as well, or used to be.
Right.
I think he's still doing it because he was a big wrestling fan and he, started writing stuff for it. So it's kind of gone back, and I think now it's sort of in the middle. I'm not too sure. But then the last one of the triple threat is SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That's also
nice.
for the PS2. But again, I don't know whether it's part of the SmackDown series. I don't know whether I've actually played SmackDown versus Raw 2007. I think I might have played one of them. Maybe the first one when it went to SmackDown, from SmackDown to SmackDown versus Raw, and I probably played it enough to realise that it just wasn't the same game anymore. So that was my my triple threat.
That was a pretty good one, to be honest. I don't know if it beats my Medal of Honor.
No.
Triple threat or quadruplet.
And then the last one.
Oh, I'm scared.
My very, very last game. You should be scared because this is in retaliation from last week.
Oh, God.
Well, from last month.
Go on then. Surprise me.
It is Spitfire 40, a flight simulator program.
Oh, God.
By Microsoft.
For?
The Commodore 64.
One I could actually play.
It's on tape!
Oh, God. Not quite a floppy disk, though, is it?
Well, it is better than a floppy disk. It's on a cassette tape.
Yeah, but we all know that floppy disks are actually the reincarnation of Jesus.
Yes.
They died to become the icon of saving.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I've actually got a little flight checklist for your Spitfire. Take off, brakes off, rev engine to 3,400 RPM.
This is so you.
No, it's dead good.
Oh, that's good though. That's really good. Like, that's your kind of game. I hate to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's actually quite cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you played any of it?
No, I've not played. Well, as far as playing this month's retro roundup games, I got as far as Frontline. Played hours on that, so
well done.
Ruined everything. But,
okay.
Right. Shall we get on with the scoring then?
Right, you have to lead me through this. I think I've got all the information I need.
Cheapest game.
Cheapest game. 5 pence, iToy Groove and Play.
That's just
you.
You did that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, no, I saw them like a week ago, and I was like, well, I don't have them in the collection, and they are 5p. Why not? You know, it's kind of like you with that 99p game. I was like, why not? It's worth it.
I actually have 5 99p games this time.
So stop complaining. It's not as if you weren't aiming to try and get cheapest. They just one up to you.
No, but like my 99p games were good. They were like
mine are good.
Tony Hawk's and
they're memories.
SmackDown and stuff like that. Okay.
Mine are great. 1 point out, Adam.
Cheesy.
Ala Cheesy. Oh, God.
Right, number of games.
Okay.
Obviously counted as individuals, and you can count your double.
I don't want to count my double. That's just bullshit.
All right.
I mean, I've got so many games for free. Actually, I will count my double just because I know I'm pretty much lost no matter what. 15, including the double.
Ooh, I got 16.
Oh.
In your face.
So I was going to say, so technically I would have had 14 if I didn't add it anyway, so it was worth it.
Oldest game.
Commodore 64. Wait. Whoa.
FYI, right? We do need to do... Now what are you doing?
I'm checking to see how old Underground Simulator is. Oh wait, it's for Windows 7. Never mind.
That's not even a retro game.
That is retro.
Right, Windows 7 is not retro.
XP
XP
Vista.
I'm drawing the line at.
When was
Discovered
the
is
year?
not retro.
Okay, to be honest, no, this counts
It was like
because
4 years ago.
we count PS3 and Xbox 360, and this was that era because it's 2011, so that was that era.
Whatever.
Hey, bite me.
Best reason.
I mean, I have Rising Sun, and I've got two of them, and we've heard my reason from last episode. If you'd missed last episode, essentially, my granddad owned this game. I went to his house regularly, and I'd play it. But what would happen is that after I'd saved, my cousins would obviously come over before I'd been able to return and write over my save. So I've never been able to actually finish the game. This also happened with Final Fantasy X. But that's my story for that one. I mean, Playboy the Mansion is one I've just wanted for a very, very, very long time when I started collecting. But so what's yours? Frontline and
Yeah, so mine's Frontline, just one of my favourite all-time PS2 games. The other would be Smash Court Tennis, first game.
I guess.
My first PS2 game that I've ever owned. WWF Attitude, loads of memories playing that, especially in 2-player. Not on the same console though, so obviously I bought it for Dreamcast, so I've got one of my all-time nostalgic games plus one of my on one of my all-time favourite consoles. Yeah.
I think, much as it pains me to say it, I think you've won that one. Because one reason I'd say that is because the first game you've had for a console is very important. And I know as a fact I don't have my first game for PS2 still in my collection. So I'd want this.
What is that? What is your first PS2 game?
I'll have to. Which one was it? I need to remember. I remember the cover, and I know what series it's from. Let me just. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Wow.
For PlayStation 2. It was a great game, dude. Don't doubt. And
I'm going to say my first game's not exactly great.
I'll explain the story of it if I ever get it and have it in a roundup episode. I'm pretty sure I don't have it, at least. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I do have it. Never mind. Yeah, so the story is essentially when I first started gaming, I gamed with my mum. So she would help me do all the puzzles and stuff and the bits I couldn't do because obviously I was still a kid. So I've got lots of really good memories with that game and the subsequent games as well and the prior games.
Thing is though, you get to do like cool stuff now. So like, because you've just recently bought a console, which I'm assuming, did you ever have it before?
Nope.
So your first ever game for that console could be epic.
Yeah.
In fact, if it's one of the games that you've actually technically got with the, you know what I mean, one of your first games with that console is like one of the best games ever made.
Literally a few days ago I'd managed to buy myself a Nintendo 64 and I managed to get Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 for it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree are some of the best games for the majority of time at this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to use those because they cost me too much. And
yeah, that's why I didn't use the rest 4.
So yeah, I'd say you get the story point for that one, much to my dismay. Because my biggest story is Rising Sun, if not Playboy Mansion, which I don't think gives me much.
Metacritic score?
880.
Even with your free games?
With my free games, yeah. I didn't use my double of Rising Sun. If I used that, I'd be on 948. But yeah, no, 880.
Well, yeah, 948 then, because that gives you...
948. Okay then. Boss. He's about to blow me out the water.
I was going to say, well, you're 948. I'm 1,243.
How have you managed that?
Because I'm not the only one that thinks the SmackDown games are amazing.
Well, yeah, but like I got 96 on Res Evil 4. I got 80 on iToy Play.
Over half my games are like above 85. That's how I've done it.
God, something wrong with you. Okay then. That's banged the nail in my coffin. So what's the last one again? Is it price?
Yep.
How much was yours?
£35.45.
Ugh. Well,
Blown
mine
it.
was £4.85.
Technically, I still think I'm closer to £20.
Does not count. It's the cheapest. Then, well, even though I won that round, it is a 2-point lead by you.
Yes.
So we don't even have to go into tiebreaker. Congratulations.
I'm not even ashamed of it.
You should be. I'm ashamed of you. Even with all my free games, you've screwed me somehow.
To be honest, that was partly your doing.
What do you mean?
Well, we came up with a rule that you can't carry games over. So I had a bunch of games. Although, I don't actually know what I'd have carried over to Horror Week anyway, so to Horror Month.
I know exactly what I'd have carried over.
What, I might? Oh, you did on Res Evil.
Res Evil and Playboy Mansion. Dude, it's genuinely scary. Like, you don't understand.
Oh, rubbish. So, there we go. I think that makes the overall scores 2-2.
To me.
No, I think it's draw. I think we're drawing.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, we've only done 3 episodes, so we can't be drawing.
Then I'm winning. Nah.
Are you? No, because the first one ended in a draw, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
And then I won this one.
No, I won this one.
Last one.
And then I won this one.
So technically, either
we're drawing again.
Either 2-2 or one of us won that first one.
No, it's 2-2. Yeah.
We have to watch the first one again, to be honest, dude. Because I'm sure.
No, we did. We
I mean, we discredited it because we didn't have the rules set up at that point.
We still don't have rules.
No, but we're better than we were, like, with the end goal, you know? The challenges at the end. We've worked those out a lot better.
Yeah, so... Yeah, this puts us back on a draw.
Does it, yeah?
Yeah.
God, I've lost my lead. My edge. And I wasted those 5p games this week.
You had to, though. The rules say you have to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we need to write another rule down of no duplicates. Because you found yet another way of breaking the system.
Well, duplicates if they're on different consoles is fine.
Oh, well, that's not a duplicate, is it?
No, I guess not. But it was an accidental duplicate this week, and you were the one that said I was allowed to use it, so I'm not having any complaints. That was a good one, I think.
Yeah, I've managed to claw back some much-needed points. If you like this episode,
I'll pull it back.
Give us a like, give us a subscribe, drop us a comment, and join us later this month for Scarefest.
Scarefest.